Hello everyone! Good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it is that you are watching this. Welcome to a Get Ready With Me! It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Let's just zoom you in. We'll get started. Well, I'm not going to zoom you in too much. I want comfortable conversation distance here with the camera. There we go. Get my hair out of my face a little bit as much as I can. And let's get started. If you are new to my channel, my Get Ready With Me's, hello, how are you? I talk about the makeup a bit, but I like to chit-chat more than anything, just about whatever's on my mind. I mean, if something about makeup is on my mind, yeah, I'll talk about it, but if not, I always leave products listed in the description down below. I think the main thing that I'm going to be talking about today is the Tartelette Toasted palette, because I'm excited to try that out today, and I figured I would test it out with you all. Why the heck not, right? That is kind of what my channel is all about. Alright, so primer is on. How are you guys? I hope you're all doing well. I feel weird because I feel like I haven't talked to you all in a long time, but I do talk to you all in my mukbangs every week. I just know that my mukbangs are a very select audience of my viewers, or a select part of my viewership in my audience, however you want to word that. So I feel like I have talked to you guys, but I also feel like I haven't talked to some of you guys. You know? You get what I'm saying? So I'm sorry if I repeat myself a bit for the people that do watch my mukbangs, but I know some people were requesting that I talk about some of the stuff that I talk about in my mukbangs here in a Get Ready With Me, since some people really don't like mukbangs, which is fine. I know some people have, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but misophobia, yeah? They don't like eating noises, and I know that is a legitimate thing some people do have, but some people just don't like mukbangs because they think that there's something that they're not. But anyways, so I've been in my therapy that I got from the doctors when I was on there. I've been in it for a little over a month now, I guess. And so far so good. There have definitely been struggles and setbacks, but overall it's been going well. I think my main setback was the stuff that I'm covering right now with my Tarte Shape Tape. I was trying out again the, what is it called? Do they call it the Peaches and Cream? Or the Sweet Peach foundation? Basically, the foundation that goes with this. And, you know, because I've been trying out a lot of foundations as per usual this month, and I like to test them more than once if I'm going to include them in my Best Immersive Beauty at the end of the month. And so I was testing out that one again, and I liked that one so much that I had gone and exchanged the shade because a lot of you guys were telling me it was too dark and la la la, so I trust you guys. And I went and I exchanged my shade for the lightest shade, and I think, you know, it was a good match and everything, and I was excited to use it. And so I tried it again, and oh my gosh, I don't remember the last time I've had that bad of deep down cystic acne. Like, you can see some of the scars and stuff and some of the things that are still healing on my face. Just, ugh. I was just feeling awful about myself. It's one of those things where it's like, if you've had bad acne before, you don't ever really forget, but you do, kind of, I guess, if you get rid of your acne, like I had, but then all of a sudden you get a breakout. I don't remember if this was better with a sponge or with a brush. That's what happens when you test out lots of foundations. So I could go back and watch my video, but I don't go back and rewatch my videos after I edit them. But yeah, that foundation just caused me to break out, and it definitely caused me to have like a bit of a setback period, or a relapse period, whatever you're gonna want to call it, with my picking. I had been doing really well with my therapy and everything, and like starting to figure things out and figuring out some methods of coping, I guess the proper term would be. And then it just felt like it all went to crap because I had a ton of crap on my face. And it was just a big struggle for me for about a week. And now, thankfully, I seem to be on the tail end of it. I'm very sad because that foundation it looks gorgeous on the skin if you have oily skin, and it works really, really well. But on me, oh my gosh, did it break me out. And it's like the first time I used it, I think it broke me out a little bit. But it's always hard for me to know when I'm doing like a full face of products. You know, was it the primer that broke me out? Was it the foundation? Was it the powder? Was it this? Was it that? You know, there are too many variables. That's why in science, you eliminate as many as you can and make it so that you're just testing one of the variables. Hence why dependent and independent variables exist. But yeah, so that was that. And it just kind of, honestly, I don't know, this month I've just been like really, haven't cared about makeup as much. I don't know, I've been enjoying more no makeup days than makeup days. And it's definitely not just like laziness, because I know some months it's definitely just like, I just am so lazy and I don't want to wear makeup. I just haven't cared about it. Like I have, like there have definitely, you know, with some of my product reviews and that sort of a thing, yeah, there have definitely been some things that I've been excited about. But overall, I just haven't cared about makeup. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. But I will tell you, I know this is kind of spoilers for my best and worst of beauty this month. This peach powder, oh my gosh. As much as I hate the smell, I mean the smell isn't bad, it's just like really strong and really sweet and like overpoweringly so. The fact that I'm talking and putting this on is definitely going to exacerbate this, but if you get this like in your nose or in your mouth, you're going to be tasting it and smelling it for most of the day. Oh, yep, like that. And granted, it does taste good. It tastes like candy. I just kind of make it a point to not eat my makeup as much as possible. But scent aside, this powder is fantastic if you have oily skin. Like, so good. It's definitely, you know, it like hyper mattifies things when you first put it on. But throughout the day, it just, oh, I don't know, it melds with your skin so nice. And I'm a big fan. So happy Halloween to you guys. By the time you all see this video, Halloween will have definitely passed. / it very well may have long passed. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. Hopefully semi-soon, because I know a lot of you want to hear my opinions on the Tarte Toasted palette. Hence why I'm doing this video, so that I can give you my opinions before my overall review of it, since those review videos take a while for me to get out. It's a lot of stuff to film and edit and all that, so it's not me being lazy like a lot of people love to tell me and love to think. But anyways, happy Halloween, you guys. It's actually, when I'm filming this, it is Halloween. Hence why I'm saying happy Halloween. I can't lie to you, I'm not like, I mean, this Fenty highlighter is good, but like, I'm not loving it. I've been using it this month and everything, because you know I switch up my products every month, so I have something new to talk to you guys about in my best and worst of beauty. It's like, it's not a bad highlighter, it's just, I have other highlighters that I like a lot better than this. And like I said, it's not bad, I don't know, something about it, I just haven't really been feeling it. Maybe that's my problem. It probably is. People love these highlighters. And like I said, I do like it. Like, it's not a bad highlight. I just... yeah, I don't know. But yeah, last Halloween, this last weekend was like, you know, Halloween weekend where everyone went and celebrated, since Halloween is on a Tuesday this year. Who knows, maybe you are like a magical person from the future and you're watching this in 2020 and it's not Halloween and you don't remember what day of the week Halloween was on. Now you know. 2017, it was on a Tuesday. So I just, you know, went out with friends and we went to a, I don't know what it would actually be called, a show, an event at First Avenue here in Minneapolis, where they had some drag performances and music and dancing and all that stuff. So that was a lot of fun. I went as the same thing I went as last year, as Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers, because it's easy and I have everything for the costume. And I like that the costume doesn't require makeup, since in those kind of a settings, my makeup would just melt off anyways in a crowded space like that, even though it was freaking cold this year for Halloween. I honestly think it was, like, I think the last time we've had snow on Halloween, I was a kid and, like, actually out trick-or-treating. So, even for Minnesota standards, we got snow early this year. And granted, we don't have any, at least where I live, like, standing snow on the ground, but we have had multiple days now where it has just been pouring snow. Absolutely pouring. So, it's always one of those things when you're like going to an event or whatever, like a dance party type event, and it's like, ugh, I don't want to bring a coat and then have to like have my coat in my hands all night and blah 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 blah, and so we just powered through it. Ran out to our Uber in our t-shirts, and then we got to the event and, you know, warm again, and then we just had to suffer through the cold running in and out of buildings later on in the day too. So, but yeah, it was definitely cold. Cold enough where this past week, every time I've turned my car on, it says, caution, possible ice, blah blah blah, because temperatures are below freezing. Just barely, but they're definitely below freezing. I think it's been like 30/32 degrees-ish this past week. Oh, my foot is so asleep. Oopsies. Okay, so I guess I'll do my brows before I put on my eye makeup. But yeah, so this year, since I already had most of my costume for Tina, like I still had my skirt. That's a skirt that I wear, you know, out into the world normally, and then the t-shirt I had just bought at Michael's, and the socks I had just bought some white knee-highs and painted the red stripes on, and then, you know, my Converse and my glasses I already own and wear all the time, and then the wig. Last year I had just bought a really cheap, awful wig from Walmart. It was like $5. And it was so bad. It was just really patchy and like bald spots galore, and ugh, yeah, not a good decision. I mean, it was fine. But this year I was like, you know what? I want to step up my game. I want a good looking wig. You know, I don't want another $5 throwaway from Walmart. So I went on Amazon and was like looking around for good wigs, but like, you know, I wasn't looking to buy like a $200 wig. But one of the first wigs that like popped up on the list was like highly recommended and like, you know, had over 500 5-star reviews and blah, 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 but it was only like $15, and I was like, there is no way. But, you know, there were tons of pictures of people wearing it, and like, you know, people who actually bought these wigs and like wear them on an everyday basis type of thing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And it's a nice wig. I was really, really surprised. So that was nice to have like an actual wig. It was weird to like feel what it feels like to have an amount of hair that most people have. Since I have such fine and thin hair. I'm jealous. I know people with thick hair say it's a hassle and they would give anything to have thinner hair, and it's like, no. Don't say that. At least you can thin your hair out, you know? Or throw it up, whatever. if you have thin hair, you have thin hair. You can't go to the barber and say, can you thicken it up for me, please? But I know, we all want what we don't have, to each their own, but I will forever be jealous of people who have a nice thick head of hair. I would love to be able to do all the fun updos where you have a million braids in and can do a huge bun and all this, but I just don't have the right amount of hair for it. I just don't. That's okay. I work with what I got. At least I try my best. Just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of paint pot on. I know a lot of people told me, what video was it? I think my LORAC review of the Sunset palettes. A lot of people told me I do my paint pot application incorrectly. I know I definitely can get sloppy with it sometimes, but I guess I've never had it be a problem to just put it on my lid and not do it from lid to brow. I don't know, I don't find that it causes skipping and all this other stuff that people were telling me. I mean, I appreciate the advice, don't get me wrong, I've never had it be a problem before, so this is just how I apply my paint pot. I don't know, like I said, it works for me. So, the Toasted palette, here we go. I did swatches and everything yesterday, so I've got, oh my god, look, I don't know that you can see all the glitter. I kind of knew that about the crackle shade, or I assumed that anyways. I kind of sort of definitely knew / assumed that it was gonna be a mess, so God, I really need to wash my brushes. But for now, my little color switch thing is gonna have to do. And it really does do the job. I don't know, guys, what do I want to do for my look today? I'm so excited to put these on my lids. It's got the same smell as the other Tartelette palettes, that nice vanilla-y cocoa. I don't know. Okay, let's zoom you in so you can actually see how these are applying and everything. Hello to any future people that might have just joined this video. If that probably makes absolutely no sense to you guys, but I am basically doing this as one of my tutorial sections or whatever for you guys, just so I can get the review of this out to you guys sooner. So I'll just like flash a picture in the Tartelette Toasted review. I'll flash a picture showing the end look of this and everything and be like, go watch my Get Ready With Me, and then you can see how I did this look, and then we're moving on. People tell me my palette reviews are too long anyway, so I figure that way it'll shorten that review, and yada yada, kill birds, two stones. Kill birds, two stones. That is not the saying. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with Latte here, and I'm just gonna use a contour brush as per usual. These matte shades, you guys, are so buttery. Oh my gosh, when I was swatching them yesterday, I was just in awe. I was absolutely in awe. They were so, so gorgeous. I don't think this look is going to end up any different than most of the looks I come up with, you guys, but I feel like for the first look that I ever do with a palette, I go with like a safe zone type of thing, something that I know works, just so that I can really see how the shadows do and everything, you know, with something I'm familiar with, or a technique that I'm familiar with. Does that make sense? It's not out of laziness. I know, I feel like that's something that, I don't know, stupid. So far, this looks like it is doing great, so that's exciting. Yeah, nice soft blend and everything, but yeah, the mattes in this palette are so freaking buttery, and I'm really not having a lot of problem with kickback and whatnot. I mean, definitely a little bit to tap off, but nothing horrible. I know, I think 1 or 2 people warned me or told me that apparently some people are making it look like this palette was doing kind of like the Anastasia Subculture palette, and so they were very worried and, you know, wanted my thoughts. So far I have not had that experience, but I mean, this is the first time I'm actually working with the palette and not just doing swatches and everything, so thankfully that doesn't seem to be the case, so that's good. Fingers crossed I didn't just jinx myself. We shall see how the other shadows perform. I personally, from my experience anyways, love Tarte eyeshadows. I've always thought they were really nice. So as of right now, things are working out for sure. So now I am going to go in with Cozy. I think that's one thing that's like really tripping me up about this palette. I'm just using the same brush as before, and I'm just kind of putting this in the crease again to deepen that up a bit. And we'll get a nice blend on it later. Don't even worry. Right now we're just kind of putting it down. But what was I saying? Oh, the thing that like semi trips me up about this palette is, you know, it's toasted and all of the names kind of, you know, give you that, I don't know, what's the feeling? Or what's the word? It kind of invokes the feeling of toasty coziness, and like since it is winter, I don't know, the colors like scream summer to me, but then it makes sense with the cold weather outside that you want the toasty warmness. I don't know, it's not necessarily contradictory, it's just my brain's getting a little tripped up with it. In that I feel like I'm making a summer look on my eyes, but I mean at the same time I don't really care about that sort of a thing, you know, season appropriate makeup. Now I'm going to go in with Cashmere and a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend. As of right now, I hope you guys are seeing, but it seems like everything is blending really, really nicely, really effortlessly, honestly. Yeah, we see the difference in everything. How many times can I say yeah? But, okay, this one's definitely having a bit more kickback, but I mean nothing too out of the ordinary for eyeshadows in general, I guess. So, I don't know, so far it seems okay. I know I was definitely the most worried about Crackle, this like glittery brown one in the corner, and I will be doing a look where I use that like all over the lids just because I'm very curious about it, especially since I thought it was just going to be an absolute mess, but when I actually did the swatches, it was actually kind of stunning. And like the glitter was really nice. Unfortunately, it was one of the kinds of glitters where if you blow on it, it just poof, all the glitter is gone. I'm definitely gonna have to use some sort of like a fix spray, setting spray or something when I apply it, but I am rooting for it. We're all rooting for you, Crackle! Now, I was kind of disappointed with this row here, I don't know what you would call them. If we would call them metallic or shimmery shades. Sunset Flame and Simmer, basically. They all swatched beautifully with my finger, but with a brush, they were super disappointing. Like, really kind of a letdown. So I'm going to try with a brush. I'm going into Simmer right here, and we are going to see how this does. Okay, yeah, this just looks like it's going to have to be one of those shades that you just kind of pack on. I mean, it's doing well, don't get me wrong. I'm actually kind of surprised that it even has this much pigment to it. And part of that might just be having a paint pot down. But yeah, it's definitely more of a sheerer finish. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with my finger here. Let's see how it looks on this lid with just my finger. Yeah, do you see that? Way more punchy. Way more punchy. And definitely easy to put on. So, I mean, either way, I guess you can do it. It's no big deal as long as you don't mind getting your finger dirty, but I'm just putting this on my lid and, you know, fading it out towards the outside. Like I said, this is nothing revolutionary for a look. And I kind of feel like this whole palette is going to be that way. Like, I feel like the looks that I'm going to come up with are going to be very similar to other looks that I've done in the past, just because I feel like in terms of shades or shade selection, I mean, it's a gorgeous shade selection, don't get me wrong. It's nothing revolutionary. Now, granted, it works in Tarte's line, and as far as I know, you know, this is a new palette selection and everything from them, so it's, yeah, that's not me trying to throw shade or anything. It's just, you know, we've seen these warm orangey palettes before. So there we go, looking pretty, looking orange. Now I am gonna go ahead and use this fluffy brush from earlier, and I'm gonna put this into Fireside. I'm gonna kind of go for a, I don't know what to call it, but I'm putting it on this outside part of my crease and then creating a, not a cat eye, but you know what I mean, where you kind of make the less than greater than sign on your eyes. I'm kind of doing that just for a little bit of extra daytime drama. I'm not really doing anything today. I'm just doing a bunch of filming, and I have to take Figaro to the vet, so I don't want to look too done up at the vet. I don't know, that always feels weird if I ever, I mean, it really doesn't matter, but there's just some places I go, like the vet, and I'm like, am I really wearing 18 pounds of makeup here? Yep, I guess I am. And like I said, it doesn't really matter, but it is what it is. Pretty! Yeah? At least I think that blended out and everything really nicely. I'm excited! It makes me want to get the original Tartelette palette, but then I feel like, I don't know, you guys will have to let me know. But I feel like people didn't think the quality of that one was super duper awesome. Like, people loved the In Bloom palette, and I definitely fell in line with that one. I loved it too, and this one is definitely seeming like the In Bloom. But like I said, I feel like people never seem too jazzed with the original Tartelette palette, so I don't know that I'll ever actually go get it, but yeah. Okay. Smoky cat. Smoky cat. Kind of. I mean, like I said, I don't know what you would call this. It's not actually a cat eye, because that's created with winged liner, but it's like a cat eye illusion. Yeah, you get me, you get me, you feel me? Yeah, these are blending really gorgeously. Like, I'm hardly even touching this brush to my skin. And it's just kind of like, oh, you want to be blended and smoky? Alright. Yeah, I think that's gonna about do it for the tops of my lids. I think I'm gonna go in with Fireside again, but this time with an angled liner brush, and I'm just gonna use this, you probably guessed it, on my lower lash line. Just kind of connecting to the where I had put it on my top lid, and just kind of smoking it, not smoking it, dragging it down and putting any excess on the inside. I don't want it super dark and heavy on the inside part, but like that basically. And I also want to just do it on the outside part of my upper lash line, just to kind of give my lashes a little bit of extra thickness and dimension up in there. Yeah, you feel me? You see what I did? Again, nothing revolutionary here, but I'm just going through the motions. Bibbidi bop. Boobity boo. There. You see the difference from one eye to the other? I think it just kind of ties everything in, doing that with the liner. Or faux liner. Sorry, it's kind of hard to talk when I have to like twist my face to get all of my fine lines out of the way so that I can do this liner on my lower lashes. I've always been envious of people that don't have the fine lines and everything under their eyes, and they can just like ultra, I don't know, it's like they have a lot of, like how I have a lot of upper lid space, they have a lot of lower lid space, and I just have like no lower lid space. But like I said, we all want what we don't have, am I right? I am, actually. This is one of the few times where I can 100% say I am Correct. Grass is always greener. So yeah, you guys should let me know in the comments below if you, well, first off, if you've made it this far in this video, whoop whoop. But also, I'm still thinking about Halloween. I would love to hear what you guys were for Halloween, if you dressed up as anything, if you went out, if you did anything, if you have kids, what did they dress up as? I think that's the one thing about living in an apartment building that always makes me sad, is that, you know, it's not really a trick-or-treat place, especially when you're in a secure building. People can't just come in and out. So I never get to see the trick-or-treaters. So now I'm just gonna take latte very lightly on my fluffy blender brush and just kind of, you know, make this a little bit smudgier. I don't know that I can actually say smokier, but you know, I just want to give it a nice soft blend. So to finish things up, I'm just going to use my Makeup Geek eyeliner in Espresso, and I'm just going to line my waterline with this. The waterline makes such a big difference. And then I'm going to put on mascara. I really cannot talk when I put on mascara, so I'm just going to do this real quick on my own. Alright, voila, there we go. Lashes on and everything. Well, mascara on my lashes. But there we go. I am happy with how this turned out. Nice and warm and toasty, orangey, smoky. Yeah? I think it looks a-okay to me. I am very happy with first application here. Oh my gosh. Who am I and what am I talking about? I'm not done. I haven't done an inner corner highlight. Oh, what a travesty. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Sunrise here really quick. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dab this in my inner corners. Let's make the world right again. Oh. Oh, yes. It just makes a world of a difference. It's subtle, but oh my goodness. I was about to go on camera and into the world naked. What a shame that would be. But there we go. There's the look. Now, oops. Now it is looking nice and toasty and lovely. Yay. Now let's go ahead and get something on my lips. I'm going to use this Anastasia vintage lip gloss here that I got in the Sephora Give Me More lip kit. Smells just as good as I remember. And I'm just gonna slather this on. This really is so, it's such a weird gloss in that in the tube it looks like it has all these iridescent shimmers in it. But then once it gets on the lips, it really looks like just a matte color. Like flat color. I mean, it's obviously not a matte finish, it's a gloss, but you know what I mean? Such a pretty pink. Such a pretty pink though. A pretty pink though. So, there we have it, you guys. There's the look that I came up with today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Skin's looking good. Better than my naked skin at the moment. Eyes look good, I think. Lips look good. Yeah, I'm okay with this look. And there's Feig! Yay! I didn't know he wanted to be on camera. But yeah, there we go, you guys. That was my get ready with me. I am sorry it has been so long. I know quite a few of you have been requesting that I do another one of these get ready with me's because it has been so long. So I am sorry for the wait. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy this video, hanging out with me and everything, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!